Welcome back, boys and girls. I'm Mr. Albrecht, and this is going to be Skills, Unit 3, Lesson 2. A couple things you're going to want to have available today as we get into our lesson are your individual code charts with your green crayon, your workbook, and a pencil. Okay, make sure you have those things available for our lesson today, and when you get to your lesson part later, you can use your reader with your teacher. All right, so let's look at our learning target. I can identify different spellings for the A sound. We've been starting to work on this long A sound together, so we're going to look at a couple more examples today made with different ways than we've looked at in the past. We've covered a couple of those ways. We're going to keep on adding those long A sounds because we're trying to fill up our tree with A words, aren't we? So today, again, we're going to focus on this A sound, and the first one we're going to look at is this AI, as in wait. Now this is a vowel sound. Again, we're going to trace those in green, and so we want to make sure that green crayon's ready because we're going to be using our individual code charts in just a minute. But look at your power bar on AI, as in wait. Kind of short, right? We don't see it as powerful as some of the other ones, but we do see quite a bit of the AI together, as in words and wait. And we're going to see when we get to adding leaves to our tree what some of those other words will be. And we're going to show you some of those in just a minute. So you've got your individual code charts, okay? Get those ready. And we're going to go over to page 8. It's up here on the corner of my slide, page 8. Yours should already be colored in. I grabbed a new sheet because it's a new unit, and I wanted to start clean so I could show you where these sounds are. All right, boys and girls, look down the side and find the long A sound. Remember, you've been seeing it. That AE is right here, isn't it? Okay, so we're going to look across that AE and we're going to find this AI that we're coloring in. And we should already have some of these filled in, but the next one we're going to fill in is right here. It's the third one over, and it's the word wait. So take your crayon and highlight the sides of that, and don't forget to color in that power bar. And if you need to trace that AI later, you can do that. Wait, AI. Good job. All right? So let's move on, because we're going to look at some examples of some words that have this AI. Let's practice reading some of these words. How about this word? Aim. Like you might be taking aim to throw the ball at a certain spot. AI, aim. Again, this starts out the word, so it's pretty quick and easy. It's A and then the sound. Pain. We have a vowel sound, 3 sounds, P, A, N, as in I'm in pain. Aid. Again, it's just like aim, but now we change the ending sound to D. Aim to aid. And now we have sail, as I'm going to set sail on the ocean on a sailboat. And then you have the AI, and you have the S at the end. Mail, we just changed the beginning sound in that one, didn't we? From sail to mail, like I'm going to get mail. Paid, I hope to get paid, right? That's the AI with the sound P and D surrounding it. All right, so let's look at another sound here, this AY, as in day. Remember, we're going to color this in green because it's still a vowel that we're using here. This is the vowel sound for A. So when we see this AY, look at our power bar on this one. It shrunk, didn't it? From AI down to AY, we shrink a little bit. And I'm thinking, I see AY a lot in words, but they're common words that we use a lot, so that's probably why we think that. But overall, all the words that we spell, it's not used very often. So that's what we got to keep that in mind when we look at our power bars. So boys and girls, let's grab that green crayon. Let's grab that individual code chart, get it open to page 8. Again, page 8. And we remember, we're looking at this long A sound right here. We've already filled in the AI from our wait. Now we're going to take our green crayon and we're going to fill in day. And we're going to take our green crayon and we're going to follow right around the edge of that one. And then our power bar is just the tippy edge of our crayon to get that small power bar colored in. All right, so now we have, you should have cake and paper already filled in, and we're all the way up to day as our long A sounds. So we're filling them in. We're learning those long A sounds. All right, so let's practice reading some words with this A-Y. As in may. May I do something, right? You're asking for permission to do that. May I? Pay. Remember, if you're going to get paid with the AI, they need to pay you with an AY. It can get kind of confusing when all these words, right? All these different A spellings. Say, as in say the word, AY with an AY. Play, you know that word. I'm going to go out and play, AY. Get out of my way, right? It's AY. Please bring me a tray of cookies, please, AY. And so we're going to take these and we're going to look at these, adding these leaves to our tree, right? Because we've practiced two new long A spellings, the AI and the AY. So let's look at the words that we can now hang up on our tree. First one is pain, pain. Where's that going to go? Right there under that AI branch. Remember, our tree has branches that we're going to hang certain spellings on. Pay close attention to these spellings because you got to make sure they end up on the right branch of your tree. Okay? How about that one? Train, same spelling, AI. Next one, male, same AI. So we're starting to fill up that AI. Look at all the words that are coming up on the AI and think, does that really support my power bar on my sound card? And it does, right? Because we see a lot of words coming up here. How about snail? It's another AI word. Now let's look at a few with this AY ending. First one is ray. So we're going to find our AY branch, and it's right up here with stay and may. And so we're going to add ray. We're going to add stay. We're going to add pray. And we're going to add play to our leaf branch over here with the AY. Now these other words we're going to have to look a little more carefully at because you'll notice, and I made sure that we put that little bar in there so that you could see these are 2 and maybe even more syllable words that have the long A sound, and we have to look carefully at that syllable to decide where we're going to put it on our tree. So look at the first one, mermaid. Where do you hear the A sound? You hear it in the second syllable, and it's made with an AI. So we find that spot on our tree that has the AI making the long A sound, and we hang that leaf up there as well. Even though it's still 2 syllables, we have the A sound made with the AI. Take a look at the next one. Painter. Again, pain, just like we had the word pain up here on our AI sound tree. Now we're going to have painter, a 2-syllable word, but it goes right along with it. So let's look at this one. It's called daytime, compound word, 2-syllable word because it comes together, daytime, and we have that long A sound made with the AY in the first syllable. So we're going to look for our AY branch, and that one was over here, and so we're going to hang our leaf up on that branch. Take a look at the next one, subway. That's what's the train underground, right? Subway. That one also has an AY, this time at the end versus the beginning syllable. And our last word, this yesterday, is 3 syllables, and we're still looking for that long A sound. And in this case, again, at the very end, in the 3rd syllable, is going to be that AY, making that long A sound. So in that case, we're going to put it onto our AY branch as well. So we've also, don't forget, we have our 3 oddball ducks down here that are just giving us some other ideas of how this long A sound. We have great made with the EA, we have the EY made the A, and we have the EIGH. All right, boys and girls, let's take a break and get some of your wiggles out. You might have been wiggling in your seat already. If you have room nearby, stand up and get some space around you so that you can get those wiggles out. Let's take a look. First one's not too hard. We're just going to maybe stand up, and maybe we could, if we're going to say our name, notice the AY here, right? When we say our name, we're going to maybe say it quietly, Mr. Albrecht, like whisper it, and then maybe get a little louder, Mr. Albrecht, and then a little louder, Mr. Albrecht, Mr. Louder, Mr. Albrecht, Mr. Albrecht, and just get some of that voice sound because you've been so quiet there, listening so well, that we want to get some of that out, okay? So after you finish saying your name, let's take a look at the next one comes up. Oh, act like you are in pain. Can you do that? Can you maybe put your hand on your back and cripple over? Or maybe you hurt your thumb and you're acting like that's in pain. Maybe you've got a good headache going on. Hopefully not. Maybe your knee got hurt. You got a boo-boo or an ouch on your knee. You don't have to probably act like you're in pain sometimes, do you? You are in pain. A-I, pain. All right, act like it's raining. Well, that one, how are you gonna act like that, right? We think about maybe we need to get an umbrella out because we don't wanna get wet. So we push the umbrella down and we hold it up, right? And we can kind of look out and see if it's still raining outside of the umbrella. And so now we maybe put our umbrella away, and now we like to be out in the rain, and it's raining, and we see a puddle, and we jump in that puddle and splash somebody. Oh, there's another puddle, we jump in that puddle, and we just stomp our feet and let the water sprue. That's maybe act like it's raining, right? That AI sound. All right, so maybe you got some of those wiggles out, and you're ready to just kind of sit down and finish up our lesson together. Good job, good job. All right. Oh, there's another one. I think you can do this one sitting down just because we want to just get ready, right? So let's stop and just shake our brains because we want to get them activated. So remember, AI is in brain. All right, good job, good job. Let's look at our workbooks, and we're going to find worksheet 2.1. Look up in that top right corner. It's going to say spelling sort at the top. Spelling sort at the top. All right, so we're going to sort the words by their spellings. We're going to write those words with that A sound spelled with the AI under rain. We're going to take the words with the A sound spelled AY as in day, under day. And we're going to write the words with that A sound with that separated digraph, A consonant E, under the word cake. And then we want to come back and circle those A spellings in each word, okay? So first thing we're going to do is sort them, and I'm going to help you get started, and then I'm going to ask you to go ahead and pause the video and go ahead and finish it up, and then come back and check your work against mine. So let's take a look at they've given us one example. I'll go over that one with you, and then I'll do a couple more to help you out, okay? All right, so they've done stain, and they've already written the word down under rain because it has that AI. And then notice up here, they circled the AI up here where they found that word to match rain. Let's look at the next one. Let's go to paid right next door. So paid, what's the sound you hear? You hear the long A, and now ask yourself, how is that long A sound made? And you're right, it's made with that AI. Okay, so we're going to take and we're going to write that paid under rain, day, or cake. Which one would you say? That's right, we're going to put it right under rain because it has the AI. All right, so we have paid on the line. Let's go to the next one and grab playing and see where that should go. So first of all, we're looking at that long A sound. How is it made in playing? And we see, oh, it's made AY. So we come down here and we look at our columns to decide, is it going to go under rain, day, or cake? Well, it matches the spelling for day with that AY for the A sound. So we're going to take that word and we're going to write it right down here on the line. Okay, so we've done those. Let's move over to raining. Okay, so we think again, what is the long A sound? It's made this time with the AI, as in rain, right? Before we add the ing, we have that rain, A sound. So now we think again, is it going to go under rain? Hint, hint, right? Day or cake. We still want to confirm, but this one actually has the same base word, doesn't it? So raining is going to go on this next line. So you're going to go ahead and write that word in. Okay, let's look at the next one. Plate, like you get your food on a plate, or you might run into home plate. So now we think about what's making the long A sound in this word. And I see an E at the end. So I'm thinking it's that magic E, that separated digraph with a consonant in the middle. And I've got to look at my guide words here. I've got rain, I've got day, and I've got cake. And cake has the magic E too. So now I'm going to take plate down to that line, writing it right there. And now I'm ready. I'm going to show you now what we would do next, okay? After you've sorted all the words and you've written them down, we're now going to go back and we're going to circle them. If you have a different colored pencil, I suggest you grab it, and I'm going to change mine out to red, and I'm going to circle now the vowel sound, the vowel spelling. We know the sound is A, but the vowel spelling, how's it making that long A? So we're going to look at A spelled AI, so I'm going to go down the column after I've got them all done. And I'm going to go back and say, oh, here's my AI in paid. Here's my AI in raining. Okay, and you would keep on going. Then move to the next column, and you have all your AY spellings. So you're thinking of, okay, my long A here in playing made AY, and so on, all the words that have the AY sound. Then you're going to go to the third column, and you're going to look at that A separated diagraph sound here as in cake. And so when we do this one, remember we have that little, we call a horseshoe circle. So we go over, up, and down. Okay, those are the fun ones. Kids always like making those. So we're going to do that for all of the long A made with the separated digraph, all those words. All right, so pause the video here. Go ahead and finish up all of these words down here to the lines, writing nice and neat, and then come back and circle them. And when you get that done, come back to the video and check your work. All right, welcome back, boys and girls. Now that you've completed worksheet 2.1, take a look and compare your work to mine and see if you got them all in the right spots, and did you go back and make sure you circled the AI, the AY, or the A consonant E. All right, boys and girls, can you say that you can reach this target? I bet you can. It says, I can identify different spellings for the A sound. We practiced a lot of A sounds today, okay? We did the AI and we did that AY, and we even looked at the separated digraph with that A consonant E. So you got a lot of practice at looking at this A sound. So I think you can say, I can identify different spellings for the A sound. So this is Mr. Albrecht. This has been Skills, Unit 3, Lesson 2. I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye.